Today we're going to be talking about whether you sometimes feel shame when your career is not maybe going that well, or it's a little bit slow. And then, sometimes your family or your friends will ask you, oh, so, what did you shoot lately? And you have nothing to say. And recently with the pandemic, making things go even stranger than they usually go, you might feel that pressure. You might ask yourself or feel like, embarrassed or shame or worried about the fact that it's not happening, or, frustrated. And then you might question, or you might see that when you talk to people and when you tell them that you haven't done much lately, they might be thinking like, what's wrong with her, or what's wrong with him, or is it a lack of talent, or they're kind of concerned for your future. So the thing is, it's kind of a bundle of things, right? It's like the opinion of others matter. And of course, if you're not working, there's also shame or frustration because there might be money issues that might be added to the mix. And that is socially difficult to swallow too. So it's not just, just the fact that you're not working as an actor. It's also the fact that maybe how are you doing in life and how are you paying your bills. And that exterior look on what you're doing or not doing can feel like shame, can feel frustrating. And it's definitely not what you started acting for, because you want to be engaged, you want to be passionate, you want to be really there and defending your characters and being involved and feeling all the exhilaration that comes with acting. And however, when you're feeling that shame, you might carry that in the room, in the audition room, or in your tapes, or on set, like the worry and the shame of I haven't worked enough, or I haven't worked a lot this year, or, that kind of thing. And I would love for us to look at that, because if that is happening to you, and it's not always happening, but it can happen, you might be really dealing with more pain than necessary. And I would love for you to be able to feel the passion and the bliss again, and reaching for exactly what you want in your career. And so this is going to be a little bit of an unconventional video, because I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you why you do feel shame and frustration and worry when things are not going well, and why that can send you in a loop that is not going to help your career to move forward. It's not going to put your heart and your head back into your craft, but is going to send you on a downward spiraling loop that is not going to do anything good for you. And so I found this video this morning. It just popped on my feed, and I'm never even in social media, but I had to go and check a message someone had sent me. And this popped into my feed and completely revolted me. And I want to show you that video. So this is what is still happening in schools, and is still legal in some states in the United States. And so I talked to my team, who's partially in Europe, and I asked them, I told them how, that this was happening, and I saw that, and it was revolting me, and they said that it was happening to them when they were smaller. Okay, so this is what I found this morning. For the people who are on Facebook, just listen to this. This is in a school. Today. This is like not 100 years ago.
That's a school principal.
No, put your hands down.
Hitting a 6-year-old with a paddle in front of her mother.
Oh my God, I cannot stand watching this. I cannot stand watching this. It's just impossible for me to accept. So for those who didn't see, this is a school principal paddling a child who's probably 4, and it doesn't even matter how old he is, right? He's just a child. And she is hitting him in front of his mother, like where there was no cameras and everything. And thank God her mother filmed it, because I don't know what he did. Doesn't even matter. He could have done the worst thing in the world. He's a fucking child. You don't hit people who are not who don't have the way to defend themselves. You just don't do that. And if you were lucky enough to be in a school where you weren't hit, well, you were probably psychologically shamed, emotionally shamed. This is the context of the schools that we have been brought up in, that we are still apparently legally, this is legal, brought up in. And that is just unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. And this is why you feel shame when someone is asking you, how are things going for you? Because you have been wired. You have been wired to be subject to external authority, to external approval, and you have been threatened to be hurt from your youngest age until the end of your school. That is how you were trained to be educated and to grow up. To trust that external authorities have the right to harm you and have the right to humiliate you so that you're doing good. So of course, when someone is asking you, how's your career doing? You go back to that little person. You go back to that little person who was wired to think and believe that there is something wrong with you and that you have to do what you're told in order to not get hurt. And that is just unacceptable. And that is why you turn into that little person when you go in a casting room. That is why you turn into that old little person when you're about to do a tape. That is why your whole fucking instrument shuts down every time that you're challenged. It's not because of you. It's not because there's something wrong with you. You are perfect. You're absolutely divinely beautiful and perfect. This is fucking perfect. My emotion is perfect. My anger is perfect. My opinion is perfect. And so are your emotions and your opinions and your sensations. And no one should ever, as a child, be shamed, or even as an adult, because they're different, because they have something to say, because they have done something that an authority, that another stupid fucking teacher, adult, I'm looking for the word, states and says that is wrong. So I'm sorry that you had to go through this. I'm sorry that all of us had to go through this. I talked to my team this morning and 2 of them grew up in a school like that. One of them was hit, the other one was not. But you know what? The difference is none. Because when you're raised in that context, when you're raised in a context where you can be hurt if you're not doing exactly what you're told, if you're not succeeding by external references, you can get hurt and humiliated emotionally. Well, that's who you become. So when someone is asking you, how well are you doing? And you're not doing that well, you go back to that little person. And your system, your nervous system shuts down because it's afraid to be ashamed. It's afraid to be humiliated. And it's horrible. And then you bring that in your work. You bring that in your artistic work. And you're wondering why it's not moving. Because you carry this burden around with you in everything that you do. And it's so not your fault. It's so not your fault. It's so not okay what was done and the way you have been raised and the context in which you have been raised. Which is why we do the work we do in my company, To Be or Not to Act, the instinctive actor, the reset. What we help people do is undo all of that fucking crappy shit. And sorry, I'm not even sorry for my French. This is just fucking bullshit. It's just fucking bullshit to make kids believe that they are lesser than and that they should be subject to other people's violence because they did something good or bad. Fuck that. Fuck that. There's nothing wrong with you. Nothing. The opportunity is now to undo that wiring, undo that conditioning so that you can just be you, so that you can show up fully you with those emotions because there's nothing wrong with those emotions. They make you human. People pay big bucks to go to the movies to be allowed to feel something. That's the only ever time that you've been encouraged to feel in a grandiose way, to feel your emotions. And when you look at a story. When you're entertained. You haven't been nurtured to feel your own feelings. No. Just think of it. Make a list. We played that game with one of my groups this weekend. There's no instances when you've been invited to feel. Most of the time, you've been shamed for your feelings. So no wonder that your instrument closes up. No wonder that you're not feeling free and instinctive. You've been asked to close it all the time, and you've been threatened with violence and humiliation if you didn't do it. So you did it, because that was a smart thing to do, to protect yourself. And now it's time to undo it. Undo the fucking conditioning that turned your instrument off. Undo it. Undo it. Set yourself free. Reset yourself so that you can show up, you can tape, you can talk to your family and your friends about your career and about what you're doing, about how much your energy is busy engaging and creating your reality rather than dealing with all the burden of shame. Take care of yourselves. You haven't been taken care of. You have not been taken care of. And it's time to reverse that. Just reverse it, because out there are movies and there are people sitting in audiences and in front of their TV begging for the entertainment industry to allow them to feel, because no one ever has allowed them to feel. So that's the only place. So guess what? As actors, your responsibility is to set your instrument free for yourself, for your life, for your career, for your heart, for your health. Undo all that fucking conditioning. I'll put a link in the comments for you guys if you want some more information. Undo that fucking conditioning for you first. And then, because it's the only way for you to show up as an actor, as an artist, there to impact an audience and to help them, remind them that it's okay to feel. It's okay to feel. It's okay to be you. You should not get spanked and paddled or whatever it's called. You should not get humiliated for who you are. And unfortunately, that's the culture we're all growing into. Still now. And it's legal. I'm just fucking mad. I'm so fucking mad. And I'm not sorry. Thank you guys. May this carry you for the week. And I will definitely put information in the comments for the ones who resonate with this and who are ready to undo this shit. Let's undo it.